Hey folks, how you doing? Suzy Meadows here. This is Monday, August 15th, and this is my normal Monday night Facebook Live. I know it's going to take a moment or two for folks to get on, and actually many of you watch the replay, which is wonderful, but I'm going to double check on my iPad here and make sure that I am broadcasting. Let's see. Oh, yep, it looks like we are. Excellent. Good. Okay. Well, hey, gang. Like I said, Suzy Meadows. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central Indiana, and I love to paper craft. And I love to share what I do with paper crafting. And part of that is here on Facebook Live. And then I also have a YouTube channel, and I also do local classes. So, but as you come on, let me know you're joining me. And sorry, itchy nose. Does that mean I have company coming? But anyway, hey, you know you're watching the live if you look up in that corner and you see a red rectangle. If you don't see it, that means you're watching the replay, which is wonderful. Thank you very much. Or you may be watching what I have put over on my YouTube channel. Whichever way, thank you very much for joining me to... we're going to make a masculine card today. I know many people say they have a challenge making masculine cards, and I understand. If you have been following me a while, you know I am a flower girl. I was a gardener first before a crafter, and in fact, many times I'm outside in the perennial beds, and I post a lot of my flowers and things. But I realize not all masculine, maybe guys don't necessarily want all flowers and fluff and fluff. This past weekend, we had all our fall birthdays together, and so that made it fun. And so everybody came over. We celebrated 3 of the guys, and so I got to make some masculine cards. So I thought I'd go ahead and share how I did that. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn you down here. So that means I'm going to get up close and personal. Got to find the buttons here. There we go. So, hope you are having a wonderful day. I had a busy weekend, like I said. So, hey, as you can see, these are some of the goodies I'm using. Let me move these over. Just to let you know, my local class here in Lebanon is this Thursday at 2 o'clock or 5:30. You can go to you can comment on here. I've got it as an event on here. It looks like I need to scoot this down so you can see. There we go. I have an event here on Facebook. You can sign up. You can sign up if you go to my website, craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net. You can sign up for classes there. And I would love to have you join me. You need to let me know by Tuesday if you are joining. So that way I can get the class packets together and everything. So we're going to make 5 cards, and one of them is going to be a Christmas card. So, yep. So that's just a heads up. Okay. What we're going to use on this masculine card, we are in the middle of celebration, and I got to looking, and I'm using 3 of the products that you have an option of getting. I'm using the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. I've used those several times. And we're going to use this one, the tree rings. Now, you can also, with this, there is a coordinating stamp set. Here is, it's on the opposite side here. There we go. It's let me see, it's the Ring with Nature. It's the bundle. And you can get a folder with it, with also the way to die cut some of these. Really pretty. I haven't got it yet. I think I'm going to, but I've held off because I've been buying a lot of other things. So, but this is in our current catalog. Or you can go to the website and find it. But it's in the July to December mini catalog. But we are going to use this paper. We're going to use the tree rings. But I don't have the dies, so I'm going to cut it out. And I'll show you how easy it is. Now, along with that, the beginning of the month, they came out and gave us some more goodies we could get. This And let me see, which one am I using? I'm going to be using the, oh yes, the Timber embossing folder. So I'm wrong. I'm only using 2 of them. Yes, I thought I was using brushed metal, but I did that on a different card. I did some crafting after everybody left over the weekend. So, but anyway, okay, so let's get going. So, get these all out of the way. So, and the other things we're going to use, I got to look at my stamp sets, and I had not used this a grandkid in a while. And I love this sentiment. And actually, this card is for my brother. But I'm going to use the happy birthday in here. And I'm also going to use so smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. We must be related. So we're going to use that. We're also going to use the Timber embossing folder. This is so appropriate. My brother is a forester. And so, you know, woodland, timber, perfect, perfect, perfect. And the colors I'm going to use, I have, see, I've already fussy cut 2 of the rings of nature, and we're going to fussy cut this one here. Really easy, and I'll show you how quickly it is. You just, see, I leave just a little bit of a white ring around it. Not much at all. There we go. And you see, when you look at this, with the coloring, they've let the color bleed. So there's not straight lines necessarily. So we're going to be using these there. Okay, we're going to use Early Espresso, and I've just got scraps here, but I'm going to use the Neutrals Designer Series paper. This comes in 4 designs. You can have the flowers, or you can have the lines, or you can have a plaid, or dots. And we're going to use the lines here. So we're going to use these, get that over here out of the way. And we're going to put this off on the vanilla cardstock. So I've got a card base. I've got some Evening Evergreen. Okay, but what we're going to do first is we are going to emboss this. So I am pulling over the big boss. It is the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I like these folders because they've got a line here. Now, my card is going to be a portrait, so up like that. And so I want the growth rings to be going up and down. So I'm just lining this up, and it wouldn't have to be lined up, but I think I will. So I've got it lined up. Well, no, I don't. I moved it. Okay. I normally don't do this on camera, so it's, you know, I normally can really put it really close to my head. Okay, what I like about this baby here, here's our base plate. It tells us this is a 3D folder. So it tells me I need number 1, and oh, I got some glue there. Here, we'll just get that off so you can see. Number 1, and there is the embossing folder, hinge first, and the plate number 4. So here's my hinge. And the reason we do that is so that way we don't put extra pressure on the hinge and break the folder. I've never broken a folder, but I've heard it can happen. But I've been crafting for several years and I've never done it. And so I'm just going to roll it through. And I know I'm shaking your world a little bit. That's okay. And these, they make noise, cracks, bumps, and everything. And that's okay. So now we've also got, you know, the mini boss, which is a smaller one, but it only fits 3 inches. So I needed the big guy for this one. So can you see that texture there? Yeah, I think you can, but I'm going to bring this out even more I'm going to use this Whisper White. It's a craft ink, so it's a really thick ink. Now, I don't have the big ink pad. I just put it on a little ink spot. When I got started stamping, I used a lot of these uninked ink spots and added my own ink because I didn't know what colors I wanted. So I have inked this up. And now, you know, I'm going to get ink on here. This is my work surface, so I'm just going to bring my silicone mat over. Here we go. Get my ink. And look at that. You can suddenly see the grain of the wood, can't you? This white is bringing it out. And that's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to make the grain of the wood more evident. So there we go. Can you see that now? Now you can really see it, can't you? Cool beans. Okay, now let's assemble this. Oh, first of all, I know what I need to stamp. I haven't stamped it all, have I? We're going to use Evening Evergreen because this has got just a little bit of Evening Evergreen, and it's very appropriate for the woods. Here's my happy birthday, and I think, do I want it up or do I want it down? I think I'll do it. I want it this way. Okay. You're wondering, she said, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. So I'm just going to stamp happy birthday on there. There we go. Good deal. Now, if I wanted to make that really dark, I would have used my Stamparatus. But I'm okay with this here. So we're going to close this up until I need it again. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, these pieces, I couldn't decide. See, these are just scraps of Evening Evergreen. I couldn't decide if I wanted it thick or thin. So I just pulled all three out. And I can even trim this down because what I'm going to do is, I want this approximately in the middle. Okay, oh, and I can use two pieces, and I may do that. See, we're designing on the fly, gang, here. Actually, I made one of these earlier and gave it to my brother, but he took it. So I'm doing this from memory of what I did. But I really liked the design, so I think I want it like this and like this. And I could just use a bigger piece of Evening Evergreen, but you know, I've got these little scraps. Let's use them up. I think I want it like that. I think I want that there. And I want that maybe, I don't know. See, I thought I would, I don't know that I need that little one. I thought I would use it, but I don't know that I need it. Well, but you know what I could do? Okay, like I said, we're winging it. I think I'm going to bring it up. And maybe we'll use this over here. And if you're wondering why I use this little part, because when you look at this paper, see, here's these big pieces that you can die cut or fussy cut. Oh, here's a better one. Here's the one I was using. See, I could get the big piece, but you see these little ones on the side? That's what I'm wanting to use. In fact, I want that guy right there. I want the little small one, so you're going to see me fussy cut another one really quick. Because this other one is too big for me. I want it smaller. So, there we go. I don't know if you guys make a lot of masculine cards or not. For me, like I said, it's so easy here doing a lot of flowers because that's my hobby. That's my first love is that. So I think I want that right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these down because I know I want them there. And so I'm just going to use my liquid glue. And slide it over a little bit. There we go. And with that there. And a little bit of liquid glue here. Here we go. We might need a little more light down here. And I think I want that guy right here. There we go. Okay. Yes, that's what I like. See, this one was too big for me. The scale was too big. So now I want this one. I think I want this. And so I will just go ahead and I'm going to trim, if you're wondering, I'm going to trim later. Rather than trimming everything right now. Okay. Now, if I want that straight, because I'm eyeballing it, this is where it's good to use some grid paper. Let me see if I've got some grid paper. I do. Here is, in fact, here's my Stamparatus one. We'll use that. Because this really tells me if it's straight. And some people, it's got to be straight. I'm good at winging it. And, oh my goodness, that is straight. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Not me. But anyway, because I want that right there. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on here. So now I showed you earlier the card I made for my nephew. And he has always liked bright colors. So I used that orange washi tape, which I thought was really fun. So, and I want the stripes. Here we go. And I want it up a little bit. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, now, oops, get that down. Now, this is how I trim it, and I just turn it over, put my scissors against the mat. There we go. Cool, okay. So we've got that. The thing is, though, I've got to remember to cut it before I put it on my base. I put it on my base before, and that's been a challenge. So see, this is where it's going to go, and that's going to go right there. But I want to elevate this. So I am going to put some dimensionals on the back. Yeah. We'll do 3 of them. Okay. We're just about done with this here. So I think I want that right there. Okay, now let's get this down on our card. And this is just a normal card base. Like I said, it's the vanilla. And make sure, there we go, it's a portrait. And we'll make sure we go inside and do some decorating a little bit too. Okay, so that's good. Now I like turning it over. There we go. Excellent. Okay, now, happy birthday. Now I want to, like I said, I want to use this one here. Come on out. I just used you a little while ago with that one. And I want that one. Okay, I need some blocks. And there we go. Get our evening evergreen again. Happy birthday. And turn it over, make sure it's inked. It is. So we'll put that right there. And lots of times I don't show you how I decorate the inside because I decorate it a little bit later. If I don't have a person in mind that I'm going to give this to, I don't necessarily decorate it. Now, we can do the inside. I think we are going to do, once again, I'm just using up my scraps. Okay. In fact, I'm pulling my silicone mat over because I used a little bit extra glue. And that way it can seep out if it wants. And there we go. And I want this one to go right there. There we go. That's what's nice about the silicone mat. This way I don't get my workspace gluified or dirty, however you want to. Messy. We'll just say messy. So again, just turning it over and trimming. Okay, so now let's look. Oh, I need to close up that ink. Whew, I just about got it on the side of my hand. Now, if I wanted to add a little bit of bling, you know, and once again, we are looking for masculine. We've got a couple options. The rustic metallic adhesive dots, or we have got the brushed metal metallic. And I don't know if I want either. Now, see, really, to me, looking at these, I sort of like that better. Is that brass, maybe? So, we will, let me see. I think I'm going to put right here, just using my Take My Pick tool, there and there. I just want 2, I think. I know lots of times I do them. Well, you know, I do them in odd numbers. What if I put this one right there? Yeah, that's okay. So there we go. Here is a really easy masculine card. Well, I consider it easy. Really, I use the Big Boss, which is the large Stampin' and Cut emboss machine with the folder to do this here, our panel. And then with the white craft ink, I put ink on there so that way we could see the grain of the wood better. So how's that? So, well, gang, thanks so much for joining me. If you've got any questions, this is how you can get a hold of me, craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net. If you do not have a demonstrator, I'd love to help you out. You can shop there or check out the class, which is coming up Thursday. And I'd love to have you, but you need to let me know by Tuesday. Tuesday, yes, so I can get the class packets together. That's on Thursday is the actual class. So, but gang, thanks so much for joining me. I will be back next Monday, which is August 22nd, and we'll make another project. So thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.